Welcome. This video will show you how to use Warrior Nation's Scriptorium. First off, I'll do a tutorial showing you how to change your primary and secondary game. After that, I'll do a tutorial showing you how to request a leave of absence or an honourable discharge. So first off, let's just open the web browser. In the browser bar, we're just going to be typing in warriornation.net, and that's going to load up the main site for us. Now in the navigation bar at the top, we're just going to be clicking on the link, the forum. Now once the forums are loaded up, you're just going to be typing in your username and password on the right there. Okay, so now we're logged into the forums. Now we're just going to scroll down to this first section here called the common ship. Now if we look at the last forum in the common ship, there is a small forum called the Scriptorium, and we're just going to be clicking on that one. Now the Scriptorium is going to load up for you, and it's got a few rules for the member and the admins, but we're going to cover those in the tutorial. So let's just get straight into it, and we're going to go on the left here and start a new topic. So that's going to load up the Scriptorium form. Now first off, you've got Law 9 listed there. I'm just going to go through that really quickly just now. Now first off, you must have a primary game at all times. A secondary game is optional. Your primary game may only be changed once every 30 days, except for game shutdowns. You must have a Scriptorium request when changing your primary or secondary game. You can only change your profile field after it has been approved by a Game Master, Major or Administrator. Okay, so let's go down to the form. Now your username is automatically entered in for you into the form. Now the second form is asking you to please select your request. Now there are 5 requests. If you just click on the drop down box, the first 2 are just asking you to change your primary or secondary game. That's very straightforward. An honourable discharge is your request for your account to be deactivated, and it will get deleted after 60 days of inactivity automatically. Now leave of absence means that you just want to post up that you're going to be away and you don't want your account deleted, and the administrator changes your account to leave of absence, and in that time you're safe for 365 days without your account being deleted. Last option is just a name change. Now this is in case you registered your account without WNX in the front of your name. Maybe you spelt your name wrong. Depends on what case. And you would simply just make a thread through the Scriptorium here, and you would link the Scriptorium thread to an administrator through a private message, and they'll fix that up for you. Okay, so for this tutorial we're going to be doing primary change, and this also applies to a secondary change. So first off, it's asking you the game you're leaving. Now for this account, the game we're leaving is Dawn of War 2. That's already listed. Now if you're doing a secondary change and you had no previous secondary game, you would just make that field empty, or you would write none. Now the second field is asking you the game you're transferring to. So just for this tutorial, I'm just going to be typing in acarium.org gamma, and that's just the game that I'm transferring to. Now in the box here it has a reason for your game change. Now this doesn't have to be detailed at all. If you're just changing your primary, maybe you lost interest. If you're changing your secondary, maybe you want to play another game as well. If you're getting an honourable discharge, maybe something busy in your life, it's up to you what you write here. For this part I'm just going to write, this is a tutorial on how to use the Scriptorium, so members know to ignore this. Okay, so once you've entered all that in, you're just going to go down the bottom here, click preview. Now what you're going to do is here, now you're just going to confirm that everything's correct before you post it up. So once you look at it, everything's okay. If not, just edit it through the fields below. If it is, then you're just going to go to the bottom, click submit. Now it's going to say your form was successfully submitted, and you're going to have your Scriptorium request. It should be the first thread. So I've just clicked on that, and there it is. Now, the next part of the process is getting your primary or secondary request approved. So what you do is you're going to copy up the top here the link to your thread. Now the next part you're going to do is on the navigation bar at the top here there's a link called rosters. Now you click on the link called rosters and then you go and there's a list of rosters that Warrior Nation has. Now first person shooter, role playing game, real-time strategy or development sections as well, and there's also console. Now you're just going to select the game that is relevant to your primary change. Now for this tutorial I'm not actually going to request for the Game Master of Scriptorium to change game to approve the request I've made, but instead I'm going to show you that once your account is approved how to change a profile field. So what you do is you go to the right here and your username is always listed just after the welcome. You're just going to click on that. So now that the Game Master or the Major has approved your request, then you just go to your account. So you got your account and there's a few tabs just across the top here and it has About Me, Statistics, Visitor Messages. You're just going to click on About Me and you notice it has listed your primary and secondary game. So in your primary game, once the Major or the Game Master has approved your game, you click on that little tab there and there's a drop down box. Now on the drop down box you're just going to click it and you're just going to select your new game. So for this account I'm going to be changing it to Scriptorium Gamma, and then on the right here I'm going to be clicking save, and there it is, the primary game is changed for your profile field. Now you can only do that once your account has been approved, so make sure you get it approved.